We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Boxingego unpack. Yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Hey, yay, hey, yay. We are all gathered here to talk about the youngest undisputed ever, Devin Haney. What does the future hold? I have some major concerns regarding the Devin Haney comeback. He's also been training. So in this video, you're going to get a little bit of everything regarding Devin Haney, what the future holds, and just really my overall thoughts on the game. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. It is time to get unpacked. Now, I've seen some people had posted Devin Haney training, and we can go over it. You know, I cover all things boxing. So I'm going to show you that, and I want to give you guys kind of an itinerary. I'll show you the clips of Devin Haney training that have hit the internet, assess that, and then give you some more forward thinking and my thoughts regarding like what's next and all that. And I have a big concern, so make sure you stick around to the end of this video. Here we go from the top. Now, first observation is this looks to be a good weight class for Devin Haney. You see at age 27 kind of filled out at this weight class. I really think he was doing some kind of crazy cutting, you know, snack athlete. He was doing some kind of, I don't know what his training involved or whatever, but I think whatever cut to make 135 and 140, it was extreme. I remember the Lomachenko fight. They showed like the morning weigh-in and he looked like a skeleton. So he doesn't have an announced fight, which we'll get into in the second portion of this video, but this looks to be a good weight for him. And it looks like he's trying to sit down on his punches. You know, just routine heavy bag stuff. Now, this is a clip of him working with one of my all-time favorites, James Toney. And we'll check that out.
Hold up. Ooh. Hook. Yeah, put hand. Twist it. Motherfucker. Camera cut.
I love James Toney. That man said camera cut. All right. Now, you know, I don't have no complaints about that. You working with a legend, one of my favorite fighters, James Toney. Devin, he's been around like really great fighters. Floyd Mayweather, Floyd Sr., Shane Mosley recently was training with him. James Toney, Mickey Bay, a lot of guys. So he kind of probably, Freddie Roach, he's been in Freddie Roach. I know he spent some time with Virgil Hunter in the Bay. You know what I mean? So Devin has been around boxing, so he's been afforded, you know, learning from all the people, which is good because then that means you can kind of pick and choose bits from each person. Like Freddie Roach, to me, he's kind of like an offensive trainer. So Maybe he can teach you some stuff about offense versus like a Virgil Hunter, way different philosophy and methodology when it comes to how he trains. So that part is all good. Now, I got to keep it real. I told you to watch this video straight through, and I will break down some of the other things that I have a concern with. I've been saying it on the channel. This new generation of boxing is chopped by and large. What do I mean? I know some people, come on, man, what do you mean? Let me explain. It's my channel. Y'all gonna give me the right to express myself, right? Let me explain. To me, this is cool. A fighter being in shape, being ready to go, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. I don't have any gripes about that at all. However, the information I've put out, I thoroughly stand by, and I need to see how this plays out. What am I talking about? Saudi Arabia is a war-torn. They are in a new climate where they are being bombed and drones and all types of stuff. So for me, I believe that the Saudis aren't pulling out of boxing. I've never said that. However, I do believe that budget of how much they're going to allot, especially right now during times of war, how much money they're going to allocate to the world of boxing. Now, if you could present yourself as a star and a big brand and huge brand, and preferably have a dance partner that can hold their own too, then I think the Saudis would be more inclined to pay, right? So Usyk, he's kind of in a spectacle fight, weird fight with a kickboxer. Tyson Fury was fighting on Netflix, so on and so forth. If they can get Wilder and AJ, Anthony Joshua, and Tyson Fury, I think that's ultimately kind of what they're shooting for. Those like more almost gimmick, novelty type of fights, or high profile fights where I think they need to start seeing a return on their investment. And I've been saying it. Other people like Eddie Hearn have been talking about it, and I still believe that. So how does this affect a fighter like Devin Haney? Let's be real. You could believe me, or you could believe the Haney content creators. It don't matter to me. I'm still getting paid. But the reality is Devin is a quality fighter, never taking that away from him. But without his dad as his mouthpiece, there's nothing really thrilling about Devin in the buildup. Like, he's not like this crazy, charismatic interview. He's not going to give you the wicked sound bites that everybody in these highlight reel moments at the press conference think Adrian Broner. Man, shut that soft. Shut that soft. You know what I mean? Like, he's not giving you that. Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather. He not giving you. He don't have that, the gift of gab like that, in my opinion. And if you think I'm wrong, you're probably stupid. But if you think I'm wrong about that, please explain how you think I'm wrong in that regard. So, good fighter doesn't necessarily translate to oozing with charisma, which, again, I think the Saudis are kind of going towards that, where they're going to start being very selective and trying to get premium events. That's what I truly believe. So we were hearing all this stuff that Devin could fight Rolly, which I told you I didn't mind the fight. Good fight. Rolly has that, the gift of gab. He has the ability to like speak on it and help hype an event. You've seen it when he fought Gervonta Tank Davis, right? So that would have been a quality fight. And I think with Bill Haney and Rolly, you could have got a great buildup for that. But then we find out that Devin Haney, at least at the moment, the talks fizzled out, and they're saying that, the money wasn't right. And then now Rolly's doing interviews like, Hey, we offered them 50-50, da-da-da-da. They didn't want to come to the table and they didn't want to play ball. So to me, that looks bad for the Haneys. Now, again, believe me or believe the Haney content creators. The choice is yours. But the proof is in the pudding. We know who said what. Devin said he received a solid offer. And then suddenly, when we were hearing the fight talks broke off, right? Then he was saying the money was no good and you think I'm a dummy. Why would we trust you that the money's going to be right? All this extra stuff. Cool. Don't work with PBC and have Daddy Turkey put something together. And Turkey took to his social media when someone said, hey, he's not really as involved with boxing right now. And he listed out all these fights. He said, I'm doing another fight with Tyson Fury. We were working with 2 fights with Anthony Joshua. We got Ryan Garcia fight coming, yada, yada, yada. He didn't say nothing about Devin Haney, and he didn't say nothing about Shakur. That's facts, right? I have the tweet. So for me, this is why I'm saying the game is chopped right now. You had what I thought to be a very good fight. For real, the number 1 fight should have been Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia yesterday was 420, right? Ryan posted this. So this is the number 1 fight that really should be happening for Devin Haney. Ryan is still taunting this man, right? And he's talking about happy 420. They will never be able to erase this day from history, right? And then the fans saying whatever they saying. So Ryan is still calling you out. He's still taunting you. That is the number 1 fight that should be happening. Right? Period. But there seems to be like issues with, you're trying to treat Ryan like you're the A side, telling him, hey, you got to do VADA testing when we say, as opposed to in the camp and, when the fight is assigned. So that could be problematic. Now, again, that's the best fight to happen. If it's not that, the welterweight division is a wasteland. So a fight with Rolly would be a good fight in lieu of no Ryan Garcia fight if you guys can't come to terms. So I'll be watching this space very carefully to see what is decided, because for Devin to be turning down a fight like Rolly, for me, don't really make sense unless you somehow got a bigger fight like a Ryan Garcia, which, again, I've already went over. There's certain negotiations. Devin feels cheated, rightfully so, cool. Oh, Ryan missed weight, then he popped dirty for Osterine. So he wants certain things his way, I'm sure. But then Ryan's the bigger star in the A side, and the first fight was what it was. We've seen how it played out. So I don't know if that happens. I don't know if it happens at all. So this is why I'm saying the game is chopped. You got so many fighters who are like turning down fades, and like it's just a lot of talk. If you know me and you follow my journey right here online, as I've delivered the best in the business and it's not even close. Y'all know me, I talk for a living, but for real, I don't like to talk. Like, I don't like to, in boxing right now, we have people who have announcements for the announcements, which is stupid. If you got an announcement, just say it. Like the Haneyaks. The Haneyaks will be like, oh man, Devin Haney, Debo is coming, and the bicycle tires are squeaking, and Devin Haney's coming, oh, you know what I mean? Like Paul Revere, the British are coming, Debo is coming, and they're doing all this stuff, and the Haneyaks will try to hype you up by, I don't know if Bill pays people or whatever. There's different rumors there, right? But all these different storylines about, oh, Devin's working with James Toney, yeah, oh, he could fight Manny Pacquiao. I believe he's going to. What are you talking about? Who said anything about Manny Pacquiao? And then Pacquiao, I swear on everything I love, I have not seen one interview from Manny Pacquiao where he said he was going to fight Devin Haney next, or that it was even a consideration. If you've seen it, send me the link in the description within the last 5-6 months, right? Because I ain't seen nothing. So this is what I'm talking about. The Haneyacks will tell you all this stuff, trying to uplift and hoist Devin Haney up. Like, oh, he has so many options. He can fight Manny Pacquiao. Ain't Pacquiao contracted to fight Ruslan Provodnikov, contracted to fight Floyd Mayweather? And then as far as the breach of contract, Pacquiao said to Lance Pugmire that they got that resolved and everything's back on track. So how is Manny and Pacquiao about to fight Devin Haney next if he's likely fighting Floyd Mayweather on Netflix next, according to Pacquiao himself? And again, I ain't heard him say nothing about fighting Devin Haney. Is that even a big fight for him? You know what I mean? For real. But again, you guys could believe me, or you could believe the Haneyat content creators that they're trying to make it like Devin has all these crazy options to be turning down Rolly and not agreeing with Ryan Garcia to make that fight, and not agreeing to everything I'm talking about with the Saudis and the economy and the war and the Strait of Hormuz, all this type of stuff. And they're trying to like, man, Debo's coming. Okay, win. Again, I'm not big on talking. If he got a big fight, why don't people just say, why didn't he come out and just say, yo, I'm fighting X, Y, and Z next, right? It reminds me of like high school games almost, right? Where somebody will come up to you like, Ego, I know a girl that likes you. I know someone that likes you. And I'll be like, who? And they'll be like, I can't tell you that. I've been sworn to secrecy. Man, get the out of my face, bro. If you're not at liberty to tell, don't even bother wasting my time. You know what I mean? And this is the type of stuff that the Haneyat content creators do to try to, you know, make it look like Devin has so many options. You don't have to have a big preamble. If Devin has plenty of options and a million big fight options, just announce it so the fans can decide if they love it, if they hate it. Another thing, he fought last in Saudi Arabia where they're having attacks, right? So I don't know if Saudi Arabia is an option. I don't know if the Saudis is just breaking out the purse book like they have in the past. I've already went over that. In addition, some of y'all must have forgot, I'm Boxingego, right? He last fought late November of last year. Right now, as of me recording the video, we're in late April. So guess what? It's about 4.5 months. We know he can't fight in April because he would have no training camp and the fight has not been announced. So he's already, by the time this month ends, he will have been out of the ring for 5 months, right? So he fought November, December, January, February, March, and we know he can't fight in April. So he's already been out the ring 5 months, and posting the James Toney clips and heavy bag clips, that's cool. That's just standard stuff. But what's better is if you do it and you have an announced fight so people have something to get hyped about, right? And me being great, the Haneyat content creators, they want to be just like me. They can't because I'm showing receipts. Ryan's calling you out. Receipt. Another thing is this just came out. Richardson Hitchens vacated his belt and he's moving up to 147. Let me explain. So he's vacated his IBF. IBF had the rule with the 10 pounds if it's not a unification. He pulled out of the Oscar Duarte fight, right? So he's moving up to welterweight. It's what it is. You see it on the screen. Cool. One small problem. And I want to give you guys about 20 seconds to figure it out for yourself. What is the problem with Richardson Hitchens moving up to 147 and fighting Devin Haney? and I'll show you and explain why the game is looking trash. So 15 more seconds, and I'll explain why the game is looking trash, right? Anybody at home watching this, what is the problem with Hitchens moving up to 147? So he'll be in the same weight class as Devin Haney, and seemingly, maybe that's an option. You haven't guessed it? Let me show you. Boom! You never know. Edgar Berlanga and Richardson Hitchens were both recently listed as new signees, and they have signed to Zuffa Boxing, right? Now, I get it. I know the Haneyacks, they think they're going to outsmart me. Hey, Devin's a free agent. He could sign to Zuffa. Very well. He can sign to Zuffa. Or maybe just do business with Zuffa to get a Hitchens fight. You still haven't figured it out. These muff cannot outsmart me. I am the Elohim of boxing. I forget more than they ever knew. You still haven't figured it out. Let me explain. The problem that I see is, first of all, I've already went over, the Saudis are reducing their spending, period. The Saudis have not really, in my opinion, shown Hitchens to be like a cash cow favorite that they keep throwing a crazy bag to. You know what I mean? That's my personal opinion. But even if they wanted to make the Devin Haney and Hitchens fight, herein lies the problem. Hitchens has no belt, right? Cool. He has no belt, but he's moving up to Devin. Devin does have a belt, and he'll be fighting at 147. But Zuffa already said and denounced that they are not interested in working with other sanctioning bodies. They want to create the Zuffa belt. Not want to. They have created a Zuffa belt, right? So Devin being a WBO champion, how does that play out to make this fight? Because his belt would be worthless to a company that made their own belt and is trying to change the Muhammad Ali Act and changed and make amendments to that so they could try to monopolize, and they got their own thing going. So Devin Haney's belt, to me, it wouldn't even be a big fight. It would be a fight for hardcore boxing fans. Look, they got the Zuffa belt. You see it just like the UFC. So this is my point. Devin Haney, what would happen? Like, let's say hypothetically, Hitchens is an option. Let me know in the comment section how it works out when they've already said that they don't really want to recognize. And even Jai Opetaia, he had all these issues and then eventually got stripped by the IBF. So how does that even work out? So something has to give. So does Devin keep his belt? Is it for the Zuffa belt? Is it for the W? That's why the game of boxing looks horrible right now, and it looks screwy. A bunch of talk and less action. Keyshawn was like holding up a brick, said he wanted Devin. Now you're fighting a guy you already beat. Now you're outright. You have Shakur Stevenson and Devin both free right now, right? Both of them. But Shakur pretty much said he's not going to 47, and Devin, in so many words, pretty much said he's not looking backwards to go down to 140. So I doubt even the catchweight would work. This is the problem with the game. It's too much talk. Abdullah Mason already has a fight. He's at 135 anyway. So it's like, what big fights are out there? The Haneyacks, they're trying to make you believe that he could fight Floyd Mayweather and Pacquiao. They're fighting each other. How does Devin work into that? Then you're turning down the Rolly fight because you don't like the money. I've already explained the Saudis cutting back the budget. Hitchens has no fights at welterweight. It's not a big fight stylistically. I wouldn't mind the fight. Let me say that. I wouldn't, but I'm an advanced watcher of the sport of boxing. The casuals, that could be a very ugly fight for casual fans, because you would have Hitchens, who's a quality operator, as well as Devin, and it could be a really slow-paced fight. So this is what I try to tell you. The Rolly fight seemed like a very valid option. To be honest, there's only a handful of guys that I even want to see Devin Haney fight, right? You already beat Brian Norman, cool. But if it's not Rolly, we know it's not Mayweather and Pacquiao, even though the Haneyacks keep lying, right? He called out Xander Zayas, who's already fighting Boots. We know it's not going to be Shakur Stevenson because of weight discrepancies. So, again, there's only but so many people in boxing that are relevant that are at 147. So the Haneyacks keep making it like there's some secret option. I can't wait to see what that is, because for me, it's really Ryan Garcia or bust. They shouldn't even did that outdoor Fatal Fury card where they were on the same card but not fighting each other. They should have been fighting each other. So to me, let's see if Turkey and them get it right and make the fight that everybody wants, which is the Ryan Garcia fight. But then, again, the game right now, Ryan's calling out Conor Benn. Conor Benn also signed to Zuffa, which creates the same problem with Hitchens, where you have a WBO champ against a guy who's with a company that doesn't really want to recognize the WBO. So, again, the James Toney training clips and heavy bag clips, that's cool. When are you fighting? You've been almost out the ring 5 months, and it'll be 6 months before you know it. What's up with a fight? And you as boxing fans shouldn't settle for anything less. Especially, remember all the PBC fighters that had inactivity? People would be counting down the days and striking off the calendar like, where's Tank been? Where's Errol and Jermell and Jamal Charlo? They've been inactive. And like people were saying that, I get it. I named some extreme people like Jamal been out for a while, and Errol Spence. But even Tank had just fought Lamont Roach, and then by the end of the year, people were saying Tank's been out the ring and he only fights one time a year. Look at it. You have a 27-year-old Devin Haney, and we're almost to the 5th month of the year, and he has no announced fight as of me recording this video. Not Haneyacks like trying to gas it up, but an actual show me a flyer, when the tickets go on sale, and what venue is it at. None of that, right? And then the Haneyacks, they'll try to deflect like, oh man, but what, Tank doesn't have one either. We're not talking about Tank. Tank's not posting videos on the heavy bag. 2, Tank has a bunch of legal issues that obviously that's going to have to be sorted. To our knowledge, Devin doesn't have these types of pressing legal issues and manhunts against him. So different scenarios, case by case basis. So I can't wait. I can't wait to see what becomes of all this and who Devin will fight and how long it'll take. But I don't know if he's waiting on a Turkey major paycheck. I think it's going to have to be against a good name. And for me, there's only a couple of people I want to see him fight that are realistic. Like Boots would have been a great fight, but he's fighting Xander, right? So let me know what fights you want to see. Drop it in the comments. Live streaming can be tough, which is why I use StreamYard. Click the link in the description for StreamYard, which is an awesome tool that enables you to set up your stream with ease of use. Get great results with live streaming. It's what I use. Stream to social media with ease with StreamYard. Live streaming is here to stay. Engage with your audience using StreamYard. Great way to reach out to your audience and connect. So you need a tool that can do that. If you're new to YouTube and you're struggling to get views, one tool I can provide to you is TubeBuddy. I've been on YouTube over 10 years. I use TubeBuddy daily to crank out videos just like this one that you're watching. Learn how the pros do it with TubeBuddy. YouTube receives a lot of traffic, which also means a lot of creators, a lot of people putting out content. So you need to learn the ropes so you know how to separate yourself, especially if you're new But even if you're a pro, use TubeBuddy. The link is in the description. Get more views, more subscribers, and a higher click-through rate, so ultimately you can realize all of your online goals. Use my affiliate link in the description and grow your channel fast.